Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to solve integrals by parts easily. So at first I will propose this problem. This problem is x to the 5 power by sine of x. And we will recall the formula for integration by parts. This is the integral of u by dv is equal to u by b minus integral of b by du. Okay, so first, how do we choose who is b, who is du, and dv? Yes, how do we know that? So we will use this trick. This trick is called liate. In Spanish, liate. In English, you can say Liete. Okay, Spanish sounds okay. Liate. And how does it work? Well, first, for knowing how does it work, we have to know what does mean each letter here. So each letter has a meaning. L means logarithmic, and it refers to logarithmic functions. I is inverse. Inverse functions. Which function? Inverse function, like arctangent, or arcsine, arccosine, and this kind of functions it refers in general. Algebra. A is algebraic. Algebraic. T is trigonometric. And E is exponential. Okay, we know what does mean each letter now. And why do I put this here? Because it helps to know how to decide U. So the order of preference is from left to right. So for example, if you find two functions, in this case, x to the 5 power is an algebraic function, and sine of x is a trigonometric function. So how do we decide U? Given that A is before than T, well, if we can see the order from left to right, then what can we say? That U must be equal to x to the 5, and dv must be equal to sine of x by dx. Okay, so we have decided what is u and dv. Okay, what is the trick? If we can say trick. Okay, we will make a table. We will put u and dv, and we will put the signs. The first, what is x to the 5, and dv is sine of x. Okay, so what will we do now? We will start to derivate. So the derivative is, first derivative is 5 to x to the 4. Second derivative is 20 x at q. The third derivative is 60 x to the square. The fourth derivative is 120 by x. The fifth derivative is 120. And finally, the derivative of a constant is 0. Now, this is u we will use for derivatives. And dv will be used for integrals. So what is the integral of sine of x? You know from integration tables, but if anyways, it's a suggestion. You should, if you don't remember in what is this integral, you have to do it. This is something basic that is required for learning integral calculus. Now the integral of minus cosine is minus sine of x, and the integral of minus sine of x is cosine of x, and the integral of cosine of x is sine of x, and the integral of sine of x is minus cosine of x, and the integral of minus cosine of x is, let me move a little bit so you will see the line, and this integral is minus sine of x. Okay, so let's check it's doing it properly. Then minus cosine, minus sine, cosine, sine, minus cosine, minus sine. Okay, makes sense. Now we will make another column with sine. The first one will be positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, and negative. And you finish when you find the number before it becomes 0. Okay. Now what do you do? Okay, I will use more colors so we can know what will we do. We will multiply this by this with the sign. This by this, this by this, this by this, this by this, and this by this. Now, well, let's obtain the results. I will put here like a column with results. So the first one has no results because it's not order multiplication. Now, plus x to the 5 minus cosine of x. This is the same that minus x to the 5 cosine of x. Okay, so okay, let's move a little bit because it's not the space here. Okay, and I can continue and do the same here. Minus 5x to the 4 multiplied by minus sine of x. This is equal to 5x to the 4 sine of x. Now the same, plus 20x to the cube cosine of x. This is okay, no change. Cosine of x. Here, minus 60x to the square by sine of x is equal to minus 60x squared sine of x. Here is plus 120x minus cosine of x is minus 120x cosine of x, and here minus 120 multiplied by minus sine of x is 120 sine of x. Okay, so let's check quickly that it makes sense. So we have look sine by u dv, and also you have to see that it is not horizontal. It's horizontal in sine and u, and then you cannot do horizontal. You continue to the following downward. Okay, it seems we are okay until now because it makes sense the method until now. And now what do we require to do? Nothing. We only require to join the elements of the results. Okay, so we will copy and then we go to the next, and we will put here as reference. And now, okay, let me manipulate a little bit more so I will get more space for the answer. Okay, now we only require to put the answer. So what is the answer? The answer of this integral. And this answer is equal to, put term by term, minus x to the 5 cosine of x plus 5x to the 4 sine of x plus 20x at cube cosine of x minus 60x at the square sine of x minus 120x cosine of x plus 120 sine of x plus c, because this is an integral that is not defined. Okay, so this is the result of our problem. What is this? What is this trick? Is useful because if we do using step by step, like calculating u multiplied by the v, like u by v minus integral of v by du, then each time we will do it and you can check it, we will decrease the power of x to the 5 by one term. So in the first integral we will obtain like x to the 4 by something. Then the set we have to do other time x to the cube, we have to do other time x to the square, like this. So you will take like 10 steps to do it, and it takes a lot of time. So in this case it's more simple we could do it without problems, and the result makes sense until now. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. This is a video that belongs to the series of problems and in integral calculus, and a course in integral calculus that you can find in my channel. And you can find also other interesting problems. Yeah, they will be very good if you try to check them and try to solve them, because they are very useful for learning mathematics. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a good day.